We can come back here later. For now, we should check the lab or the wall. After those two, we can try the headmaster's office. Oh, I get to choose. Doesn't it matter where I go? The lab kind of seems like the more reasonable place to go, so we can find out what killed Hiyoko. That's kind of my top priority. The wall, yeah, it's kind of a big deal, but there's a murdered person. It'd be good to know what killed her. So I'm going to go to the lab. Excuse us. It's always been one of the gloomier parts of the school, but today the lab is downright depressing. Hello, Kawara. Sir, thank you for being with Hiyoko now. Of course. Sakazaki came and asked me to come right after you two left the gym. He must have gone past us. How unfortunate. The doctor is lining the pieces of Hiyoko up on one of the lab benches. I don't blame you, Ryota. Must you glower at me so, Mr. Kawara? I'm not glowering at you. Do you disapprove of my handling her? He gives me an evil smile. You did this, I know you did. No, that's not it. I just wish we had a doctor who wasn't this malicious. Are you finding anything, Dr. Iwamine? Not yet, no. I only just finished assembling her. It will take some time. I'll send word to you when I've finished. Perhaps you will have something else to do while you wait. Very well, we shall not interfere. Come, Kawara. Right. Mr. Kawara, a moment, please. Yes? Allow me to give you a hint. You did this! That's why you're giving me hints. A hint? You suspect me of foul play, do you not? In light of that, I shall leave it up to you whether you decide to believe me or not. Anyway, I think you have missed something very important. One might say that you've forgotten something. Perhaps you should bear that in mind, You're just a little bit off. But I'm sure you'll find the answer yourself if you keep looking. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Kawara? The sound of your life crumbling apart around you. I take it does not suit your tastes. Very well. He was rather fond of the unusual himself. Who you... A pity. Who's he talking about? He? Who is he talking about? Well then, you can handle the outside investigation and I, the internal. Good luck, Mr. Kawara. Right. Thanks, Doctor. He's definitely enjoying himself. What a psycho. What did he mean when he said I was missing something? Or maybe he was just trying to lead me astray. Better not to worry about it for the time being. What were you talking with Kawara about, Doctor? Nothing important. I was just giving him a little emotional support and encouragement. I see. That's good, then. I'm sure you'll remember not to cause any trouble for my students, Doctor. Kazuaki's sticking up for us. He's the man! We step outside once more. The grey dome remains, blocking out the morning sky. Let's go get a closer look at it. We can't see much from over here. Indeed. Iron, maybe? It's quite firm at any rate. Maybe it's some sort of shelter. My phone's out of range. Maybe this wall is blocking the signal. That seems likely. It sounds thick and dense. Trying to break a hole in it will not be practical. Maybe there's an emergency exit or something. We should check. We still don't know whether or not we are completely sealed in after all. Right, let's walk around the perimeter. Doesn't look like there are any doors or anything. Indeed, it appears to be identical all the way around. Do you suppose it is ventilated? I can't say I fancy the prospect of suffocating under this thing without even knowing why it's here. I'd think of an emergency shelter would have some sort of airflow built in. Yeah. If not, then we're in deep trouble. What are you looking at? Up there. Is that some sort of hatchway? He points upwards. Ah! Oh, look, it's the same... It's the Pigeon Nations thing. Right above the thing. Right above the hatch. He's right. About 20 metres up, there's a joint or something of a different colour. That does look like it might lead outside. Let's go look. I don't see any sort of latch. Can we open it by hand? Yeah, maybe there's a switch or something somewhere. It does not seem like we can do anything here now. Let us remember its location and return later. I don't like to think about it, but if there really is such a terrible disaster out there that this is the only option, maybe it would be better to leave it shut anyway. Indeed. Let us move on. Okay. So now we know there's a hatch. And we still don't know how Hiyoko died. Shu just cut her up. And that killed her. We still don't know what's going on outside. I've got enough on my mind just thinking about Hiyoko, but I'm worried about my family outside too. I hope my mother's okay. Oh, Ryota, you're such a sweetheart. I suppose we've finished the first stage of the investigation now. Yeah, we've got a better idea of the situation, I guess. The doctor's working in the lab, the grey dome covers the entire school but for one small hatch, and we can use the maintenance office as a base. Mr. One did say... Indeed, he suggested we visit the headmaster's office. Yeah, it's on the first floor. Let's go. Headmaster, sir? Are you within? We demand entry. Rude even to the headmaster. I wonder if the doctor is the only person in the entire school who he actually respects. No reply. Let's go in. Wait, Sakia, that's... It's locked. Bah! Where is that old geezer? Maybe he's pretending to be out so we'll go away? Indeed. He never was the type to walk about the campus. Or perhaps he had locked the door from the inside and plans to stay inside until the siege lets up. Should we wait around? We have no time for such frivolities. We shall enter this room if it means reducing the door to a miserable pile of splinters. It's the headmaster's door. I don't think it'd be easy to break down. To speak the truth. Let us ask Nanaki if there isn't a key to open it from the outside. Yeah, we can head back to the... What? What is it, Kawara? I thought I heard something. Oh God. I hear nothing. Perhaps you are imagining things. Like something being dragged across the floor. Listen, there it is again, behind... Oh God. What? What? What the? What? Is that Hiyoko? I doubt it. Probably not, because her body's in with the doctor. What the hell is this thing? Suddenly behind us stood a gigantic scarecrow-like creature with a rough burlap sack for a head. Okay. Is this... How many classes are there then? I take it classes are just like terms, but it's just have been broken up. Just been referred to something differently. Okay. Second class it is then. What in? The scarecrow man draws closer, dragging its long, ungainly metallic arm behind it. Sakia, watch out! Its arm slices through the air, smashing the window into tiny shards which scattered across the hallway floor. We don't know what it is, but apparently it isn't friendly. Sakia, we have to run. I am well aware. Did we lose it? I think so. Lucky it moved so slowly. What was it? Surely no one could devise a prank as bizarre as that. You mean as bizarre as that, Sakia? Speak properly. It looked like a biped. It was humanoid, but I don't think it was a human. I've never heard of a human made of metal and burlap. A murder, the dome, and now this? I know not who is behind these trickeries, but they must have a death wish to mock me so. For now, we have to get back to the lab. We need to warn Mr. Nanaki. Please tell me they have an idea of what killed Hyoko. Maybe it was that thing. But then where did it come from? You know, my top guess is still Shu. Oh, welcome back, Kawara Shirogane. Would you like some tea? Is this really the time? Oh, Kazuaki, I love you. We cannot afford to relax now, Professor. So I take it something happened. The headmaster. He must have been hiding from the scarecrow. It smashed the window. Calm yourself, Kawara. You're becoming incoherent. Sorry. We were attacked by a gigantic creature outside the headmaster's office. It was a bizarre thing, like a scarecrow in appearance. A scarecrow? Yeah. Like the ones humans used to make. It attacked us and we ran back here. Oh, I get it now. Scarecrow. I get it now. Scarecrows used to scare birds. Yeah. I get it. It was slow, but its arm was heavy and dangerous. Are the other students still in the gymnasium? Probably not all of them. If there's something dangerous in here, we should probably tell everybody to stay together in the gym. Yeah. The plot thickens indeed. Not only are we trapped under this confounded dome, but now it seems we must contend with this monstrous new guest. I wonder what the Scarecrow Man's connection to all this is. This thing keeps getting weirder and weirder. You. The Scarecrow Man, you say? Doctor! Fascinating. I've never cut into one of those. I'd love to get my hands on it. Ha ha ha. Have you finished the autopsy, Doctor? Yes, for now. I was awake here the whole time, don't worry. I find that hard to believe, Kazuaki. You're always falling asleep. Thank you, Mr. Nanaki. You two may well have a right to know what I found, given your efforts towards the investigation. I shall try to state simply and briefly what I have learned from the lumps of meat that were once Miss Tosaka. Yeah, Ryota, you express your distaste. That is distasteful. Control yourself, Kawara. Falling out among ourselves would only do us harm. I know. Anyway, we lack the tools for a proper examination, but the cause of death was asphyxiation. There are no signs of any strangulation or smothering, so she was either poisoned or sick. Given Shu's ending from his story, he just straight up cut her up then and there. I find that harder to believe that he would poison her first. But at the same time, it's still him. He's still a murderer, and I still would not rule it out. So I'm still guessing it was him. I reckon he poisoned her. She was dismembered after death, then, Doctor? It would appear so. There is little evidence of bleeding, so we may assume that she was cut up some time after death. Hyoko was one of the healthiest people I know. She couldn't have become that sick that quickly. She lived in a cave. Meaning someone poisoned her. Why? For the sake of the grotesque, or to make her easier to carry, or for some other reason. Disgusting either way. I suppose I should also tell you the estimated time of death. Obviously, I cannot be completely certain, but I believe that Miss Tosaka died yesterday after school. In the evening, then? Precisely. And she was found this morning. In other words, unless she was seen yesterday afternoon, she may have been here all along. Kawara, her house was near yours, was it not? Did you see her yesterday? After school? No, I didn't. Okay. Didn't she go into the infirmary to visit him? Or was he out of it? Maybe he was out of it, or maybe he'd left by that point, I don't know. My mother asked me to run some errands, so I went straight home yesterday. You didn't go to the infirmary at all? Was Kazuaki lying, or can he just not remember, or what? This is confusing me. That's right, I went home alone. It's too late to regret it now, but maybe if I just asked her to walk home with me. I see. Perhaps we should ask any other students with whom she was close. You're going out again? Be careful. It sounds like wandering around the school could be dangerous. Don't worry, we can outrun the scarecrow if it shows up again. Incidentally, I went home early yesterday too. I left as soon as class ended. Is that when you ran into Hyoko? Presumably so. So I only know what Ryota has told me. I wish I had some useful information, but you knew he told you he went to the infirmary, that's what... Who's lying here? I was in the infirmary right up until I returned home, as usual. I know nothing of what happened in the rest of the school, sadly. I can actually believe that. That's where he often tends to be. So neither Mr. Nanaki nor Dr. Iwamine saw Hyoko yesterday afternoon. Unless one of them's lying. Oh, right. Could we ask a favour of you, Mr. Nanaki? A favour? The headmaster's office is locked. We think he might be hiding in there. If there's a spare key to his door, could we use it? A spare key? Yes, there should be one in the faculty room. I'll ask the vice principal for you. Thank you, sir. We'll be back soon. Be careful out there. You too, sir. Kawara is a strange boy. I'm presuming Ryota's left. I wonder why he lied about going straight home. Ryota wouldn't... Because this is from Ryota's perspective, I find it very hard to believe that Ryota lied about it. He seemed pretty adamant he went straight home, so maybe he just told Kazuaki he was going to the infirmary and he never showed up there? Or something came up and he had to go straight home. I'm trying to get my head around this, I really am, but... I don't know. We won't be able to talk to the headmaster until we have that key. Let us work on the murder case until then. Right, we should ask everybody where they were yesterday. The doctor said he was in the infirmary until he went home. I wonder if we can trust him. Do not bias yourself with baseless suspicions, Kawara. Yeah, I know. I think maybe you trust him a little too easily, Sakia. He's a world authority, but that doesn't make him honest. You know nothing of what that means. The head of the LaBelle family, my father, was once crippled with chronic illness. He was cured by medicines developed by Dr. Iwamine. He makes medicine? Save the sleep talk for your dreams. Have you no idea what contributions he has made to the medical world? I didn't know. I thought he was some kid of mad scientist, cooking up nothing but death and all-around woe. You have become biased by the foolish rumours of the peasantry. Reconsider yourself. In any case, the LaBelle family is indebted to him. A noble bird will never treat a benefactor with disrespect. So that's why he's so polite to the doctor. Doesn't that make him biased as well, though? Anyway, let's go. Very well. Oh, we can choose. Well, we'll go to... Okasan and some of the other classmates are in the gym. We'll go there. We are looking for questions and stuff. The students in the gymnasium have grown somewhat restless since the evacuation. Shut up with no explanation, and now there's a suspicious individual wandering the campus. I guess even doves lose their cool eventually. San? San, where are you?
Goo! Okasan is right here, alive and well, so far.
Cuckoo!
Where did you and Sakio go? Leaving Okasan behind and going outside is not fair!
You just confused the issue if we brought you along. We came back because we had a question for you.
Goo! Come at me when to step up!
That's not what I... You usually practice on the ground after school, right?
Cuckoo! Of course! It is Okasan's duty as track captain.
Did you see Hyoko while you were out there yesterday?
Goo! No, Okasan did not see her then, or as he was going home.
Can we really be sure that he would have noticed her, even if she had been there while he was running? Good point.
Cuckoo! Do not look down down on Okusan's visual memory. Go! If you had asked Okusan about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say.
Blood-stained interloper. Okay, so he either saw the person that did it, that cut her up, or he saw Angel. My money's on Angel. It just, because the thing on his chest looks like blood. Wait, son. What did you just...
Cuckoo! Do not look down on Okusan's visual memory.
After that imbecile.
Cuckoo! If you had asked Okusan about the blood-stained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Cuckoo! Okusan saw the interloper go into the infirmary. Infirmary.
Said that wrong. The infirmary? Could that have been Hiyoko? She wouldn't have been stained with blood until after she died. She was a bit hyper, but I don't think she'd still be walking around at that point.
Oh! It was not Hiyoko. It was a bird unknown to Okusan.
So someone covered in blood was going into the infirmary after school. Who in? Whoever he is, he's our prime suspect now. Thanks for telling us, son.